Nah. Ugh, no.
Jason,
Nope.
what are you doing, man?
Nothing.
It's not Hoster, is it?
No. I deleted that app.
I thought you said you deleted it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I guess I'll see you at the show later.
Ooh. Now there's something about that one.
Like the moves that you're doing on purpose, sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you, pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
That's it. Welcome in. Do you feel the love? Later with Jason Suel. So glad you are tuned in.
It's like a hug for your eyes.
It's like a hug for something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bo, I wanted to visit with you about this because I know you, of all people, would be an expert.
Okay.
Let's talk about dating.
Yeah. If by expert you mean haven't been on one in a long time. But an
I'm ready to
expert
take
in
notes.
Expert in the sense that what I do for a living is to show people a good time on their dates.
Well, that's true.
So I'm an expert date planner, but not so much a date goer.
Well, let's talk about that then. Like, what's an ideal date? What do you think?
Honestly, because I am a guy that lives like, I'm a yes guy. I'll do all kinds of crazy stuff all the time. But when it comes to just having a night with somebody that's special, I'm a dinner and a movie guy.
Okay.
Like, it seems so traditional by like Instagram standards. Everyone's like, we went skydiving over a caviar place and landed in the ocean and swam with the manatees. It was a great first date. I'm like, come on. What happened to just, going and seeing a movie, going and eating something new at a new restaurant? What about you and Jill?
Well,
Mr. Married Man, do you still
well, it's similar. You got to make time in your calendar, and I think doing those things, like you're talking about, simple is always great. It's always an option. I also find that if we can, and we like to plan a little getaway weekend, that really works well for us because when we're here, no matter, you're here, right? So you got kids, you got things to do. It doesn't feel like you're actually getting a moment to yourself. So we like to escape maybe up to Kansas City, down to Little Rock, Branson, we love it over there. Tulsa even, so anyway, just a little excursion.
Small getaways.
That's fun for us, yeah. Maybe our guests today are going to have some dating advice.
Who do we have?
I don't know. So we got some great folks joining us. That's right. We do, from Moulin Rouge, the musical, which is at Walton Arts Center.
Speaking of dinner and a show.
This month, that's right, we've got Gabe Martinez joining us. He plays Santiago. Now, Santiago, you'll remember, even if you've just seen the movie, he's the mustachioed gentleman. Do you remember that? He sings,
of course,
Roxanne.
How'd that go again?
Yeah, you heard it. Don't take it from me because Gabe's going to be able to do a great job of that for us later in the program. We've also got some music coming to us from State House Electric, and I hear they are one of the best country bands in our area. You're going to want to tune in for that. And then we've got her back. I cannot believe it. Chef Haley O'Brien down at our chef's table. She's got a lot of stuff down there. Chef, what are we doing?
Today we are going to make some lavender love cookies so you guys can hang out at home.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if I want to share those.
I know. That might just be a date with yourself.
Yeah, by myself. Just cookies on the chest, Netflix.
Yeah. I'll watch Terminator 2 one more time.
That's right. You dang right.
Yes, all right. Stick around. We got a lot of fun happening, and it's all coming at you later. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back later with Jason Suel. So glad that you are tuned in, and we have a real treat for you right now. Coming to us from Las Vegas, we've got Gabe Martinez. Gabe is joining us. He is portrays the role of Santiago in the show Moulin Rouge. Thanks for joining us, Gabe. We really appreciate it.
Hi, Jason. How you doing today, man?
Yeah, we're doing great, man. We're really excited about the show in Fayetteville. It's going to be here through February the 19th. But first of all, what can you tell us? What do audiences need to know? Maybe we've seen the movie, not seen the musical. What's the difference?
And
What's
look at
happening?
that theater you're in. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Tell us about all the shows.
Center. The beautiful Smith Center here in Las Vegas. This is the house that everybody who I told was coming here was jealous about.
Yeah.
But I've heard the same about Fayetteville. Everyone who's played Fayetteville loves it. We're so excited to get there. I think that if here's the thing, if you've seen the movie, you're gonna love the show.
Okay.
If you haven't seen the movie, you're gonna love the show. Everybody loves the show. There's something for everybody. Fans of the movie will really love all the homages to the original piece. Baz Luhrmann himself was heavily involved in the development of this show. He even came to see us in LA. It was a really fun time. People who've seen the movie also love all the changes they've made to the show. They've done a really good job of adapting it to a different setting, a different medium. Everyone's responding really well to it. Everyone loves it. You're going to hear a bunch of songs you know. You're going to sing along. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. It's sexy. It's splashy. It's fun. Nobody doesn't love this show, man.
Yeah.
It's so much
It's
fun.
hard not to love.
Yeah,
Like
it's true.
it's no matter
Absolutely.
how you tell it, it's a great story.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
And this one picked up a lot of Tony Awards as well. So I know
10
that,
of them to be exact.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, 10 awards.
Yeah.
How does it feel for you to kind of like carry on the legacy of this show and tour around the country with Moulin Rouge?
It's so good to remember that, like, well, because most of us are from New York, where people know theater and are excited about theater and see a ton of theater. And it's so good to travel around to the rest of the country and realize that A, there are thriving theater communities everywhere in cities all across the country. And B, that people in those communities don't normally get to see Broadway shows. And when they do, they're so appreciative. Everyone's been so welcoming. And it's such a treat to be able to bring this story to them, something that means a great deal to us, the cast and the crew and the company at large. It's a real labor of love for everybody involved, and it's been really, really special.
You know, that's so encouraging to hear you say about the theater community existing throughout North America. But also, I will say, Bo and myself also just got back from trips to New York, where we enjoyed a ton of things happening there
Yeah,
too.
I saw a handful of Broadway shows as well. Did you, Jason, see any?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Did you
we
see
had-
Moulin Rouge though?
We didn't. My wife has seen it on Broadway. I haven't seen it yet. I'm saving it for Fayetteville. We had to go see Phantom of the Opera before it closes in April, so that was our mission.
You gotta see Phantom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that and I saw Six, and I was
Yes.
gonna go see Wicked because I'd never seen that on Broadway, but I didn't get a chance. Ran out of days.
Ran out of days. That's a problem with taking a trip to Broadway, but thankfully, Broadway can come to us here in Northwest Arkansas. So you play the role of Santiago. What can you tell us about Santiago?
Well, if you know the movie, you asked me before we started recording if
Yeah.
I do sing Roxanne, just like in the movie. Thankfully, I don't. They took that off my plate. I do dance the number with my partner, Libby, who plays Nini. It's a beautiful tango piece, and our Christian Connor sings the song. I do have a feature at the beginning of Act 2. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's my favorite number in the show. It's my favorite number I've ever done.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see what you have going on and see the show for ourselves here in Northwest Arkansas. I am curious, though, about like after our audiences come to see this performance, what is something that you hope they will take away, remembering or thinking about after they see Moulin Rouge?
Well, you know what? The 4 words up on the marquee: truth, beauty, freedom, love. That's the rallying cry of the characters in the show. It's the driving force behind the show. And if people take anything away from that, it's just those 4 things being like just the most important things you can do with your life is to especially nowadays, things can seem so bleak. You know, there's so much to be afraid of. But if you can just remember that if we're on this earth for any 4 reasons, it's those 4, man. Like it can be that simple. And that's one of the great things about theater is it really distills the human experience down to 2 hours and a beginning, middle, and end. And you can feel great about yourself. You can feel great about what you just did with your 2 hours and however much you spent on the tickets and the parking and the babysitter. It's a really good package deal
Yeah.
in terms of what you get out of it. It just makes you feel good, and I hope that people walk out of this feeling better than they walked in. And if that happened, then we did our job.
Yeah, and I'm sure you are going to do that job. And you're right, it's an experience, right? So our Northwest Arkansas audience should come out and see you. The show is playing here at Walton Arts Center through February the 19th. Gabe is in it. You got to go see him portray Santiago. I'm looking forward to that. You kind of teased that number that you have maybe opening the second act. Is that what you said?
That's right. A curtain up on Act 2. I don't want to give too much away, but it's the best thing I've done in my career. That
Oh.
moment is my favorite moment I've had on stage ever, and I get to do it 8 times a week. I've done it almost 300 times now. It never gets old.
Oh, man. Well, we can't wait to see it here. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for joining us all the way from Las Vegas. We appreciate you, Gabe.
All right, fellas. Thanks so much. Come out and see it. We'll see you soon.
Absolutely. See you soon. Yes, and stick around. We do have more fun, more happening later.
Celebrating 10 seasons all year long on Later with Jason Suel. Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Once I had a nickel, once I had a dime. Rubbed them both together, just like they were mine. Taxman took his cut, and the landlord sent his bill. Lord, I do my part, choking down that bitter pill. But it's come and gone. Come and gone. Oh, oh. It's come and gone. Once I loved a woman, my young heart she stole. Long and strong and lean, long halo made of gold. I gave her all of my loving, I gave her all of my time. I woke up alone one morning, she moved it on down the line. She'd come and go. Come and go. Oh, oh. Well, she'd come and go. Once I was a young man, long hair hanging down. I had a camp in my teeth. Lord, I thought I owned this town. Now I wear a hat, smoking makes me calm. You can count the years, best not count the things you lost. They've come and gone. Ooh, come and gone. Ooh, well, they've come and gone. Ooh, come and gone. Hey, hey, come and gone.
Yes, welcome down here to our chef's table. We've got Chef Haley O'Brien joining us. You mentioned some amazing cookies I think we're making. Before we do that, can I light some candles?
Gotta set the
Can
mood.
we set, actually, band, can you play a song to set the mood for this chef segment for us while I light these sensual candles? Yeah, that's it. Now it feels like Valentine's Day.
Now we're gonna make some lavender love cookies.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
that's it.
All right. Well, tell us
Now we're
about
ready.
these lavender love cookies. I
Yeah.
see lots of mise en place.
So what's the recipe? How do we do this?
So the lavender love cookies, guys, I know I have a little bit of problem at home when I make cookies. I end up eating about 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
Or
so
all of them.
I
Yeah,
have
that's what I do.
started pushing the boundaries with how much you can do with your cookie.
Okay.
So I've started layering more and more flavors and fun things, and this time we are going to play around with decadent cacao nibs.
Oh.
Yeah, crunchy, dark, rich,
Dark, yeah.
aphrodisiac,
Those are good.
culinary lavender.
Culinary lavender.
That is
means you
some
can
of the
eat it, right?
highest grade
Yeah.
lavender that you can get. This
That
is
is very lavender.
it's
Wow.
really strong.
Yeah.
And fragrant. Just
And dry.
Then we've actually got some hibiscus petals here because we're going to be doing a hibiscus glaze for on top of them.
Oh, look at that.
And
okay.
in the cookies, you also have a little bit of pomegranate powder and white chocolate chips.
Wow.
So yeah, again, load them up, have some fun. What's cool about this is it's not just about your sweetheart always on Valentine's Day. It's about your loved one. So
It's about me.
it could be for, you know, if you're a teacher, a class of students you want to bring it into, or if you have
Or
a
your
group
favorite
of
co-host.
your favorite co-host.
Yeah.
The point is this is a great way to spread love across the board with your favorite team of coworkers.
Yes, I love that. Yes.
Your favorite me.
So you said I was going to be doing some
Yes.
mashing up
So-
of the lavender.
Yeah, we want to go
right.
ahead and break this down so you don't get too big of lavender pieces.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We're going to take about a tablespoon of those, and I'm going to let you just
crunch
coarse it
around.
Crunch
and,
'em.
and really just, you know, you can pick that more
like an
pass off.
old apothecary.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you.
Beautiful
And what do I
hibiscus.
do? What is this? What are we
So
blending up?
right here, Bo, if you actually want to start by turning this
do.
on low.
To low?
Yeah, and then you're going to work your way up as it works together.
All the
We're,
way to 10?
Not quite that high
Okay.
yet, but
To 11.
when it works together, what we are doing in the bowl here, folks, is just creaming together our butter, sugar, and pomegranate powder. Now that we've got those creamed together, you can turn it off. Off. Yay.
Great job.
We are going to add 1 egg.
To this?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Got it.
then what I highly recommend in baking across the board is going for vanilla bean paste. This is just something else. It's actually whole vanilla beans in here. Really, really strong profile.
Ooh,
and
yes.
especially when you're doing a cookie that
Yum.
is kind of a lighter base as such, you really want to highlight that vanilla flavor. So
just
we're going to
like
go ahead.
goo.
It does. It looks like goo. It's kind of like
Yeah, it's
globulous.
gooey.
Yeah, right.
But it is amazing.
So a
we're
little bit
gonna
of
add our
vanilla goo.
vanilla. We've got our egg in there.
Do I-
Beautiful.
Vanilla
make it
goo,
go?
egg. Yeah.
Well, wait 1 second. And then, because again, this adds a little bit of a sweet flavor
What's in
without.
that?
This is almond extract. So
Okay.
we're just gonna do a pinch. Like I'm thinking about 1/8 of a teaspoon just
Okay.
to bounce up
drop.
the flavor.
Okay.
We're gonna add some of our dry ingredients, which
Dries.
is our combination of our baking soda, our flour, our baking powder, and our salt.
Is all of it?
Add about half of it. Yeah, we're going for a pretty rich cookie, so not too much. Just do about half at a time. And then Jason,
Yes,
while
what do I
he's
get to?
working on that,
Yeah.
I've got this fun little shot glass here.
Yeah.
I want you to go ahead and do a few shots of
I want to
this-
do shots.
I know. I'm doing shots down here.
a few shots
Of
of that
this?
powdered sugar
Yep.
right into this bad boy.
Okay.
So I'm thinking probably you could probably make a little mess. Why not? Go
Why not?
for it. We're
Just put it
baking. It's
right into
gotta
this bad
be-
boy right here?
Yep.
All
You're
right.
gonna fill that up. Do probably 2 to 3 shots. We're gonna give it a shake and check the consistency. What we're doing here, folks, is we're preparing a little glaze for on top of our cookies. So after they come out of the oven and cool down completely, we'll be able to drizzle with a little fun bright pink. So
me
put
this.
this lid right on.
Just shake it all up.
Twist it on real tight before you shake it.
Okay, yeah.
Or you'll end up with
I've
some
heard that
fun
before.
tie-dye.
Yeah.
Now you're ready for the fun stuff.
Oh, if
You
that
got,
wasn't fun enough.
So we've got our lavender here. We'll
Okay.
take our little mortar and pestle
Our
out
cruncher.
of here, our cruncher. You've got your cacao nibs, you've got your
Nibs.
chocolate chips,
Chocolate chips.
and we've even just got some fun sprinkles. So we've got just
Sprinkles are
some
always
glittery little sugar bits to be in there too.
Yeah.
So you have some fun textures and a little journey that you go on.
Okay.
So dump all those bad boys in there.
In there? Do I
All of them.
on or off?
Off for now, dump them all in, and then we're gonna turn it on low for a minute to combine them.
Oh my gosh.
And then we're gonna spatula them up, bake them off, and glaze them up.
I'm gonna lick the spatula.
Ah!
That's what I always do. Yum.
So we got this beautiful dough full
Yeah.
of all the yummies.
I got lavender in the wrong pipe. Okay. Oh man, this is really good.
Lavendon't.
Lavendon't.
All right.
Okay, so what are we making?
So what
making
we're
them
gonna
into
do
shapes?
is we are just gonna ball these little
Ball these
guys up.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So space them apart. Spray your baking sheet like I already have.
Okay. What do you
And-
like to spray it with?
You know, I like to keep the extra virgin olive oil spray bottles or extra virgin coconut oil spray bottles, preferably.
Ooh, I bet coconut
But
oil
you
would
could
taste
just
good.
smear butter on there if you wanted. You could really go any way about it.
It is Valentine's Day. Just smear some butter on it.
And then we're gonna get these baked off real quick.
Okay,
cool.
let's do
right.
it. Boom!
Wow, look at that.
Right? So we've letting these kind of soften up a little bit.
Yep.
You can't get into those yet. We need to glaze these
Okay.
first.
I want it
What do you
now.
need to glaze? Just
So
that?
what I would like us to do is
spoon?
take this spoon
Okay.
Okay.
and let's check our thickness of our glaze here. And then we just kind of want to give them a drizzle.
Oh, look at that.
Just goop
And then
it
that
on
way
there.
you end up with really fun floral, and then the actual
The
hibiscus.
color is so, yeah, so
the-
it pops.
Yeah, the hibiscus is going to be also, again, a little bit tart like pomegranate.
Yeah.
So it should balance out some of the,
The sweet,
sweetness,
okay.
some of the floral.
Now, will that glaze like dry and harden?
It will set up here in a
Gotcha.
little bit. Yes, it'll be very similar to just a simple glaze that you'd throw on top of just any kind of little shortbread cookie.
Sure. Yeah.
But we're just, doing our own variation.
I love it. Bright pink. It looks nice
betcha.
too, right? The
When,
presentation.
but the question is, when can we eat them?
Yeah.
Right? Well, I say this, Bo. I've got these couple I've really prepared for you, gentlemen.
Oh.
And I
Yes.
think it's best that we get a little sticky and let this set up and you just have a little fun
Tis the
here.
season.
It absolutely is. All right, stick around, Haley. We're going to try these during the break and after the break as well, and all afternoon, I'm sure. We got all that fun coming your way later. This looks great. Yes, that is our show. So glad you tuned in to Later with Jason Sewell. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email at laterwithjasonsewell.com. Before we leave, we got to thank our guests, including Gabe from the show Moulin Rouge at Walton Arts Center. What an interview that was.
And of course, Haley for bringing us these lavender love cookies.
Oh, they are so delicious. And the band State House Electric. That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Oh, I got to have another one.